Good day crypto trader. The Shiba Inu, SHIB, price is facing a major wave of challenges that has caused a move down more than 10%. The high-risk premium needs to be taken into account again as Russia starts another breach in Ukraine, central banks remain belligerent and inflation not near 2% for US, EU or United Kingdom. US inflation data on Tuesday could trigger another 18 declines. Shiba Inu price expected to drop to $0.00001011. The price of the Shiba Inu will likely depend on the market when US inflation numbers are released on Tuesday. Inflation for December is put at 6.5% and consensus for January is 6.2%, with lower expectations of 5.8%. Therefore, expect a maximum of 0.7 decline and should live up to expectations. The biggest risk comes only with the 0.2% upper bound expectation of 6.7%, meaning economists and analysts are too focused on another downside. The SHIB could be decimated if inflation remains stable or moves higher. Expect a jump above 6.5% but below 6.7% to see a push towards $0.00001100 as the 200-day simple moving average appears to support. A fearsome rise in inflation above 6.7% should lead to a drop to $0.00001000 with a 24% outright sell-off next week. To trigger a bullish surprise, inflation must fall to 6.1% or lower. That would be an unexpectedly large drop and would bring about the golden loop scenario that central banks have been pushing so hard for over the past few days and last week. The price of the Shiba Inu will quickly skyrocket as the stock will quickly hit a new high for the week and see the SHIB break above $0.00001600. Cardano, ADA, price is likely to continue to slide since last week, as February will be a very difficult month for ADA bulls to close in the green. By comparing the first 2 months of January, it is clear that the January rally has been completely underestimated with the idea that the golden loop scenario will be in place, and no central bank meeting to resolutely push back against that idea. This happened in February, with all the major central banks pushing interest rates higher and issuing warnings similar to those in 2022 that more needs to be done and conditions need to tighten more to control inflation. Cardano price revalues without result of Goldilocks scenario. Cardano's price will see its price action remain under pressure as over the weekend the dust settled as more tail risks added to the balance of trade and shifted in favor of the bears. From a central bank perspective, the Fed's Powell and Lagarde and the European Central Bank disagree with any market optimism that the pivot will be near and the cuts will be in place by the end this year. Meanwhile, during the week, pressure boiled over in Ukraine as the next offensive began as Zelensky traveled to London and Brussels to demand fighter jets as a final red line to be crossed. Therefore, ADA is likely to continue falling to the 55-day simple moving average near $0.327 on the weekly chart. Support for this moving average worked well in January after the bulls broke through it and used it as a launch pad for their next phase of recovery. If the 55-day SMA fails to hold, thin support at $0.296 could do the trick. A major catalyst that may still be awaiting the bulls is the US inflation index next Tuesday. If inflation continues to fall at the right time, as energy prices are now rising again, markets and asset classes will be able to breathe a sigh of relief. Expect Cardano price to quickly reverse its losses and break above the 200-day SMA and look for $0.415 for a second test after the failed January test. The price of TRX has rallied 46% throughout the winter, but recently dropped 3% on January 9. Despite this decline, the overall trend remains positive as bulls take control of the larger story. However, in the short term, TRX is expected to fall further. TRX price expected to fall again. TRX price is currently trading at $0.063 as the bears test the 21-day simple moving average support. During this winter's 40% rally, the relative strength index overcame overbought conditions. The RSI implies that the current retracement is a counter-trend move before further rallies occur. It should be noted that there is a bearish divergence on the RSI between the high marked as the December 14th high at $0.065 and the February 8th high at $0.071. With this newly developed information, TRX price trending stronger in the near future, the cautious target would be the midpoint of the winter 40% rally near $0.055. The bearish scenario creates the possibility of a 10th drop in the short term. If the relative strength index sustains above 40 as prices fall, TRX can be seen American Samoa a buying opportunity in the coming weeks. The short-term downtrend thesis could be invalidated on a break above the recent highs of $0.071. This bearish thesis remains short-term and targets the mid-$0.055 zone.